Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today I will be sharing with you my 5-star book predictions. These are basically the books that I think I will give 5 stars once I actually get to them. And I'm not the type of reader to often give 5 stars, which it's neither good nor bad. I feel like people are just, no, that's good, no, that's bad, but it's just how I rate books. I don't often give 5 stars because there are not that many books that have such an impact on me, and I like to reserve the 5 stars for the books that are actually special, for those that I actually could reread and I really deeply care about. And that's just how I flow. So I'm going to share with you, I have some books physically with me, some books I haven't purchased yet, but I think I will, and once I do, I think I will really love them. So first up, we have The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I've talked about this book so much, and I'm not gonna say anything else at this point other than that is like a fantasy staple. Like, if you love fantasy, you have to read this book, basically. And I've been very intimidated by it, but I feel like this year, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna read it, hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers because I really want to, and I feel like if I do, and once I do, not if I do, I will really end up enjoying it. Next up is The Nightingale by Kirsten Hanna. Now, I have not heard about this book for a while. It was very popular, but then it just, like, nobody talked about it. And this is apparently, like, a really heartbreaking, heartwarming story about 2 sisters. They live in different parts of France. One lives in Paris, one lives in the countryside somewhere. They've got their husbands, they've got their own lives, but basically the war breaks out and things start going in directions previously unimaginable to them. I think it will be a beautiful story about, like, human resistance, human kindness, at least I hope so, but also I think it will be very heartbreaking. It just sounds like a really beautiful story, and it's set in France, which is a country I always love to read about, so I have really high hopes for this one. Next up, we have Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, and this is a book that once again was really popular, like, years ago, but then it wasn't so popular. Well, not years ago, like 2 years ago, I think. I think it was 2 years ago. I don't know. I'm lost in time. But this book follows 2 families, and they're very 2 different perspectives of life, 2 different ways of living, and I think it's just, I don't know what it's about. I just know, like, there are 2 mothers or something, and they lead very different lives with their daughters, and there's something more to that. A lot of family drama, I think, a lot of family related issues. I really think that I will go 2 directions with this book. I will either really end up loving it, or I will have a hard time getting through it, and I don't know which direction I will take, but I really hope it is the former one. I think that is the one that in which I said I'm gonna love it. And now we're moving on to books that I actually don't own physically yet, and first of all is Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, which I have talked so much about that I'm just gonna tell you that it's apparently a really great story about this son who lost his mother. 700 plus pages of something really beautiful and something really heartbreaking from what I've heard. So I'm gonna take my time with it. I hope it will happen this year. I hope I'll read it. I already ordered it and it's gonna come in soon, so I'm really excited about it. Yeah, just that. Next up is The Tower of Nero by Rick Riordan, and I will use the last Rick Riordan book that I don't think I brought book 4 with me. This is The Burning Maze by Rick Riordan, book 3 in the Trials of Apollo series, which is, I want to say, one of my favorite Rick Riordan series that I've read, set in, like, mythological worlds, because I felt it was just so fun to read, and Apollo's sense of humor was just so on point. It was very enjoyable and very funny. So I got to book 3 and it broke my heart, and I want to say because of that I didn't read book 4, but there's really no reason why I have not read that yet. I tried and I just didn't, and yeah. I have to get to book 4, and once I do, I think I'll read book 5, which I also ordered already, and then I think I will really end up loving, like, the conclusion to the series, because I don't know, I just have this feeling I will, and I really hope I will. I haven't heard if it's good or bad. I haven't heard anything about that book, but I have really high hopes for it because I just know I love Rick Riordan's writing so much that he can hardly go wrong for me. And most of the conclusions to the series that he has written so far were really good in my opinion, and I just really hope that is going to be the case. Also, I have not heard of any other series that he is writing currently. I just realized that. What happens next? What happens after Apollo? I need to know. Next up is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Once again, a book you've heard me talk about for ages, so I'm just gonna say I have really high hopes for it because of how heartwarming it's supposed to be and how comforting it's supposed to be, and it just gives us such amazing vibes that I need to have it. I'm trying to find it, but it's really hardly available anywhere right now, but I'm hunting for it. I'm on the hunt for it, and I'm gonna read it in 2021, and I'm gonna absolutely love it. That is one of my most like anticipated books for myself that I'm gonna read, because I am sure I'm going to love it. If I don't love it, I don't think I'll ever love any other book again. Next up is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Atessa Moshfegh. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm really sorry. But I've heard a lot about this book from Ariel Bassett, both on her book podcast and on her YouTube channel. And I don't know, I've been thinking about it all the time. It just seems like a book that is out of my comfort zone, but in a really good way. A book that I need to read somehow, that I need in my life. I don't know, it just really feels like, I don't really know what it's about. I think it's about like this girl who takes a break, a woman that takes a break from life and goes to live somewhere for a year, and I think she's doing some drugs or something. I have no idea, I might be getting that totally wrong, but it just sounds, the way Ariel talked about it just made it sound like it's a really good book, and I don't know. Next and last on this list is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is once again the type of book that was really popular when it came out. Everyone loved it. It's from the author of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I actually read. I did not read. I started reading it and I just didn't. I was not a fan at that time, but it was a while ago. I think at this point in my life I could definitely enjoy it, seeing how people have been reacting to it and what they've been saying about it. Daisy Jones and the Six is, from what I know, a book in which you follow like interviews with members of this music band, and it is so well written apparently that everyone thinks it's a real band, and they try to find it and then it turns out it's not real, but it's just so well written and so realistic. And I really have to ask about this book because I know it takes a lot of inspiration from, I think, the 70s, and I am not such a fan of that period, not really into that music, but I've heard that you can still really love this book even if you don't know anything about that time period or don't care at all. So I don't know, I'm just really interested in it. I've been eyeing it for a while now, actually for just a few days, but I've been just thinking about it all the time. I just feel like if I do read it, and once I do read it, I will really end up loving it. That is it for the list of my 5-star book predictions. I would really love to hear what is a book or some books that are on your list of 5-star book predictions that you think once you read, or if you read, will end up being 5 stars for you, or basically books that are so amazing and you just love them very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am very curious if and when I'll get to all these books, and if I can sort of look back on this video and do another video where I say no, this was not the case. There weren't that many books on this list because, to be honest, I don't like going into a book and having very high expectations of it and thinking I'm gonna give this 5 stars, because then it just ends up being disappointing and I lose faith in my own judgment and in books in general, so that's not very fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you very soon in my next video. Bye!